Hello YouTube, welcome to episode, I always get this wrong, I think it's episode 7 of my kind of YouTube series. I am 4 weeks out as of today. So in today's episode, what we are going to do is we're going to run through my second upper session. But also before that, I'm just going to speak to you a bit about what's happened over the last 2 weeks, how I'm feeling, which is not so good day to day. This is where it starts getting tough. So, and maybe what's in plan for the next 4 weeks. So, over the last 2 weeks, my calories dropped. I don't know if I said that in my last episode. I think I did. I think they dropped. So I think I've been 3 weeks at 2,500, and we've seen quite considerable changes in body fat. So lower body fat, similar amount of weight. I'm the same weight, lower body fat, which is insane. And I'm definitely looking the best I've looked with 4 weeks to go, which is a bit freakish really, because there's veins and striations coming out where I've never seen them before, which just shows to me that I'm going to be bringing the best package on the day, my best package that I've ever brought, which was the aim from the start. So this is a bit about my nutrition and how I've structured it over the past 3 weeks. So I normally keep my first 4 meals the same, and I change my tea every night to fit my calories and macros. So for example, meal 1 is a 6 egg white omelette with some fruit, normally like 250 gram of watermelon to fill me up. Meal 2 is 100 grams of cream of rice and 50 gram of protein, with sometimes 10 grams of peanut butter or any nut butter. Meal 3, so got 150 grams of either chicken or lean minced beef with 100 grams weighed raw jasmine rice, a bit of vegetables in that. And then meal 4 is same as meal 2, which is cream of rice, 100 grams of cream of rice, 50 gram of protein, but with no nut butter. And then my tea varies each night, so I kind of make something that I plan my teas out in the week, at the beginning of the week, and make sure that my calories are around about 600 calories for each tea, and I'm hitting around about 30 to 40 grams of protein, and the rest mainly carbohydrates. And this is just for satisfactory purposes. I mean, I'd eat anything at the minute, to be honest with you, because my hunger levels are sky high and I'm not feeling full at all after any meal. But again, this is where the mental grind comes into this, and it has been like this for quite a while, to be honest. I mean, I didn't finish my off season mega high calories like I have done in previous. I think I've finished them about 4,000, which for me, I've finished off season at like 5.5 before, which then you're proper ready for a diet because your hunger is down, you're full after like 1 bite of food, and you're forcing meals down. So then dieting is a bit easier, especially at the start for the first probably 4 to 6 weeks, and that's when hunger starts kicking in. But this time my hunger kicked in like quite early on, which has made like the last 4 weeks very, very tough to deal with. But again, this is what you put yourself through, and this is what we do as bodybuilders getting ready for a competition. So you just got to like it or lump it and just get shit done. So that's a bit about my nutrition. I've just come off with my training. I've just come off the back of a 7-day deload. So a deload is where you rest, complete rest, and just active steps on them days for 3 to 7 days. I had a full week. Because of how smashed my body was. I started training 3 days ago and my body's already KO'd once again. But again, this is just because of been dieting for 12 weeks now, been running my body into the ground for 12 weeks, and this is just the aim of the game. And people are probably thinking, why the hell are you doing this to yourself? But it's the sense of achievement and the sense of kind of mental gratitude that you get through doing all this is what I will say to you. It's not for everybody, and that's cool. So we'll run through the upper session as we're going through it now, and we'll get training. And I've got my essentials, Monster Energy. So first exercise, so we've not usually got a cable stack pull down, but they're actually out of order at the gym today. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a plate loaded pull down, which on a cable stack pull down, people always think cable stack lat pull down, people think that you work the lats more, but you don't. You actually work the upper back, the rhomboids and the teres major, should I say. So this machine will mimic that movement as best possible throughout all the machines in here. So we'll do a plate loaded today, and it's 3 sets of 8 to 12 this. So this next exercise is just one set, but it's a giant set. So it's a cuffed pullover for the lat. So I'm going to cuff just above my elbow, and I'm going to aim to pull my shoulder and elbow down towards my hip and slightly retract my scapula to pull them together. A giant set means you do as many sets as it takes to get to 40 reps, because I'm trying to hit 40 reps because I'm in week 1. So I do as many as possible, rest for 15 to 30 seconds, go again, 15 to 30 seconds, go again, until I hit 40. So, let's go. So at this point of prep, sets like that are the most mentally draining. Like, you need to dig and go to somewhere at points of that set where you've never been mentally to just grind yourself through, but also trying to keep that muscle engaged that you're trying to work. Because with this exercise, if you flow your elbows outwards, you'll hit more of the chest, which on a couple of reps then could feel. So obviously keeping the elbows narrow here and driving down is our main aim to hit the lat. So this next exercise, we've got a chest supported single arm lat pull down via a cable and D-handle. This is probably one of my favourite exercises for the lat, just because you can get a full stretch and a full contraction, and because it's unilateral, so single arm, you can focus on one side and kind of rebalance your body, correct your imbalances between left and right, because everybody has them, even if it's just slight. So this is 4 sets of 10 to 15 today. So this takes quite a while, but again, it's a good exercise. So next we've got 2 shoulder exercises as the next 2 exercises, well sorry 3, but one's a superset. So this first one is either a seated cable Y raise or a cuffed crucifix raise, whichever you want to call it. So we cuff opposites at the wrist here, and we're kind of pulling from here into a Y motion at the top, hitting the lateral delt, which is in the middle of the shoulder. This is 3 10 to 15s. So this is a superset. So we've got a single arm cuffed lateral raise. So we're going to cuff at the wrist again because this makes this exercise slightly harder. So we've got one side 20-second rest, the other side 20-second rest, then straight into a rear delt face pull for the rear delt. So obviously your lateral raise is for the middle part of the shoulder, the lateral delt. Your face pull is for the rear delt, building that 3D shoulder that I don't quite have just yet. Yeah, so this is, 3 sets of 15 to 20 per exercise. So last exercise, thank God. This is a dumbbell preacher curl. 3 times 10 to 15 each arm this. So last exercise of today, and let's get it done. So that's session 4 of the week ticked off. Every single session this week has been tough, no matter what session it is. So just glad when sessions are over at the minute. I mean, still trying to strive to get stronger or stay as strong is the main fucking priority when training. Keeping hold of the muscle, making the muscle more denser, more striated, and just keeping all the mass is the main priority going into this last 4 weeks. So still have to dig as hard, if not even harder when training, as in like an off season when you're trying to get progressively stronger. It's exactly the same when you're dieting as well, even more so at times, just because you want to keep hold of that muscle mass that you've built in your off season. So remember, follow my Instagram, Nathan Bevan Coaching, follow my Facebook page, Nathan Bevan Coaching. I'll put the links in the description below this video. Next time you will see, I'll be 2 weeks out and we'll be with my coach Joe Jeffrey on the 18th of July. So we'll be going down there for the day, training, bit of posing, and then we'll go from there. So thanks for watching YouTube and all of my followers. Really do appreciate you all watching and following my journey. See you in 2 weeks' time.